It's Tyrus Bain. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy channel, where today I want to talk about the low sperm count in men, apparently. Shout out to Gaming with Stan for sending me all this information about how, sperm count in men is down 50% in all over the world, okay? I think it's even more so in the United States. And a lot of it has to do with chemicals we're introduced to every day as people and living in this industrialized society where, everything is here for our convenience. We can drive everywhere. We have all these cleaning products. We have all these plastics, which, by the way, plastics or microplastics mimic estrogen in the body. So that's another thing, right? So all these things that make life so convenient for us as human beings, and may even allow us to live longer, because there's essentially less danger than there was 200 years ago, right? There was a lot more danger in nature. When we existed in nature, there was a lot more dangerous things that could take us out. And with industrialization, we were able to shelter more, use weapons and all these other things, drive cars, things that would allow us to be a lot more sheltered, to live a, longer life, essentially. But at what price? At what price? Those things may make us live longer compared to how long our ancestors lived, right? They had a much shorter lifespans. I think it was like the average lifespan was maybe at some point it was like 35 years old, and then 45 years old. And now it's like, I don't even know what it is right now. I think it's like 85 or 65 or something like that. It's a lot older. Well, this is because of modern medicine, right? Surgeries, things that, if back in the day, if you had a heart attack, you was pretty much assed out, right? You had a heart attack, collapsed lung, you know what I'm saying? Without the marvel of modern medicine, we would not be able to survive those things, right? So, heart surgeries, you know what I'm saying? Adrenochrome, all these things that keep people living longer, right? Due to industrialization, due to modernization. But at the same time, what's going on is reproduction is at an all-time low, right? I think 2020, we had the lowest birth rates here in the United States, right? Less and less people are giving birth to children. And another thing that might be contributing to that is like millennials and Gen Z people, Zoomers, they're not really interested in having children like that, right? It was a time when, like the baby boomers and before that, where women were having babies at a very young age, like 18 years old, 19 years old, as soon as they graduate from high school, right? They were a lot more ripe and ready to have our children, right? Because they were essentially able to stay home and take care of the home and all these other things. Whereas now, as time went on from that, it was more about, oh, we need equal rights as men and all this other shit, which contributes to women wanting more so to go out in the workforce and contribute to the household, you know what I'm saying? Then there's a lot of other factors, especially among African Americans, where fathers were taken from the home due to the drug war and due to the prison industrial complex growth. So there's a lot of factors, right? There's a lot of factors that contribute to the low birth rates, right? And then you got the abortions. You got how many millions of people are aborted each year, in the world, in the entire world. So there's a lot of things that contributing to this, right? And there's this illusion that we're overpopulating the earth. Oh, we're overpopulated. You know, we don't have enough resources. This, that, and the third, right? Well, that's not true. No matter, they want to tell you that the water tables are dropping, you know, the rain, drought here, drought there, all this, that, and the third. But we need to understand that, you know, yes, resources are finite. Resources are finite, but they don't just disappear. They want you to think resources just go away, right? It just disappears. Oh, to never return, right? But that's not true. If you follow the science, you know, the law of thermodynamics, right? I think it's the law. No, it's something to do with the law. I think damn, I forgot. But it has to do with energy does not disappear or is not created. It transforms, it renews, it recycles. So the resources we use eventually go back into the earth, right? You know, we use plankton. They use plankton, right? Decayed plankton to create crude oil, right? The earth does. And then we tap into that. But as we're tapping into that, more plankton is dying and becoming fossilized and all that in the third. Now, I'm going off and digressing here, but you get what I'm saying. This idea that we're not alarmed. Why aren't we alarmed by this low sperm count and a low birth rates? Because again, we're given the illusion that we're overpopulating the earth, we're overusing its resources, the global warming and the climate change, you got the polar ice caps melting, all this other shit, all these scare tactics. Oh, the polar ice cap is melting, right? It's going down to nothing, right? Oh, all these diseases in the permafrost, right? All these what do they call those things? Little bugs that are microscopic. I forgot what they call them. I don't know where my brain is right now. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Pathogens, right? Pathogens, microscopic little critters. Zombie bugs, they're zombie diseases, they're calling them, like things that are being brought back to life from the permafrost and all this other shit that can contaminate everybody and make everybody sick and kill everybody, right? There's this illusion that we are overpopulating. You know what I'm saying? Now, understand that the earth goes in and out of ice ages, right? Goes in and out. So during these stages, during these transitions, over a few hundred years or a few thousand, however long it takes, polar ice cap melts and it refreezes. There was a time where the entire Earth was basically an ice ball, a ball of ice. And then there was a time when there was an ocean between, you know, the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River was at one point an ocean. It was at one point an ocean that ran from the Gulf of Mexico all the way through Canada to the Antarctic Ocean, or whatever they call it. So this illusion that we're overpopulating Earth, we're overusing the resources. Oh, we got a drought here, a drought there. All that is contributing to people not really being alarmed about the low sperm count. What do they call it? Anthracide or anthropocide, or I forgot what they call it. The next stage of mass extinction that they're calling it, or the next era, right? Having to do with humans contributing to the next mass extinction. And you know what? We might be very well on our way to that, because guess why? Things like the low sperm count, things like the chemicals that they introduce into people every day. Nuclear holocaust being a possibility, because all these superpowers. Oh, we got to have all the nuclear weapons, right? MAD, right? What does that mean? What is MAD? Mutually assured destruction. Oh, we got to have the biggest nuclear weapon arsenal. All this other shit. These are things that will contribute to our extinction, if we continue to allow them to keep it going, right? Not, us breathing the air. And let me tell y'all something, man. It's all it's all bullshit. If they want to save the human race, they would end their nuclear programs. They would stop allowing, these corporations to put chemicals in their products. You know what I'm saying? All these other things, if they really cared, right? They wouldn't be worried about, cow farts. Oh, they eat too much beef. We got to get rid of the beef. That's what your focus is on? Beef. Cows. Animals. Oh, we got to eat crickets. We got to eat crickets and veggie burgers and shit like that. That's what they want you to believe is going to save the earth, save the human race from extinction. Oh, the cars, they're emitting the CO2. So do humans. Humans emit CO2. You know what I'm saying? And as more and more cars are being built, as technology improves, guess what? They're putting more scrubbers in the exhaust system, which sounds exactly like what it is. It's scrubbing it's scrubbing as much CO2 from the exhaust as possible. These are things that they can do. They have the technology to have cars emit less and less CO2 without going electric. Why not go electric? Because guess what they're using to build these electric cars? Guess what they're using to build these solar panels? They're using fossil fuels, right? They're using fossil fuels to build this shit. They don't yet have a way to use renewable energy to create the equipment that would give us renewable energy, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? So while they're trying to tell you that you're the problem, you the people, what do they call us? The useless eaters or useless eaters. They want us to think we're the problem, when the problem is they're having us focus on the wrong problem, right? Like I said, cow farts, eating meat and shit like that. They really want you to think that eating meat, farming, they want you to think that farming is going to contribute to anthropocide. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that farming, fishing, they want you to think that all the things, this is what they want you to do. They want you to think that doing things for yourself, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of farming. You clear some trees, boom, you have your little crops going, right? You want a diverse crop. You don't want, you don't want monocropping, too much monocropping, because you want the biodiversity, shit like that. You don't want to farm. You want to, when you raise animals, you want to raise a diverse group of animals to avoid, again, you don't want you want biodiversity, sure, right? It's a problem when you have acres and acres and acres of all one type of potato or one type of corn. You want biodiversity, sure, right. But that's not going to, it's not going to end the human race. Raising crops, raising animals on a farm, you know what I'm saying? That's not how it's going to work. They want you, this is what they want. They want you to live in stack and pack buildings, right? They want you to live in stack and pack buildings. They want you to live, they want you to live in high rises. They want you to eat cricket burgers and they want you to eat ant burgers and salmon and soy burgers and all this other shit. This is what they want. That's what they want you to do. And they want to deliver the food to your door every day. They want to have some little, I don't know if y'all saw this movie. It had Chris Pratt and old girl from Mockingbird in it, from Hunger Games. And they lived in outer space. And they had some space station. And Chris Pratt was running around, by himself. He was lonely and shit. And there was machines that made whatever food you wanted out of whatever the fuck they made it from. That's what they want. They want you to have a contraption in your apartment that creates whatever food you want to whatever texture and whatever taste that you desire, to keep you subdued so that they can have their way with the earth and with you. It's as simple as that. So the low sperm count is not really alarming, because they're like, well, we don't need too much of a population. Oh, we're overpopulated. Oh, there's not enough resources. And this, that, and the third. When we should be really alarmed by this. You know what I'm saying? We should be extremely alarmed. I have 6 children, all right? And I could possibly have more, goddammit. I ain't no telling when the universe wants me to stop having children unless I do something about it, right? Unless I get snipped. And, I was actually supposed to get snipped on the 17th of June. And I went to the urologist, all that shit. He, told me about what was going to happen, how they going to grab my nutsack and, open my nutsack up and cut shit and tie shit and sear shit, cauterize my fucking tubes. And the lady called me, the surgeon woman, set her up a chick, and she called me to talk about how we're going to do this. And she said, you need to get a Modelo 19 test before you come into surgery. I said, no, I'm not comfortable with that. So it looks like I'm not going to get snipped until they don't require testing before surgery. It ain't going to happen. I told my wife, I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not taking that test. They can miss me with that bullshit. We're just gonna have to pull out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to pull out, So I mean, the good thing for her is she finishes a few times before I have to pull out. So, she gets hers in. So that's very important to me. And she's very happy with that. So she doesn't really care. But sometimes you don't want to pull out, man. It's very hard. Sometimes you just want to let loose all up in that. But anyway, another digression. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yes, drinking plastic water. Drinking out of plastic bottles is bad. But if you have to do it, like I have water stored up in plastic bottles, and I also have water stored in glass bottles, right? Glass bottles. Those are the ones that I would wait to drink. Because they last longer, right? It'll last longer. You won't get the microplastics. I have a lot of glass bottles. The problem with glass bottles is that they can break easily. If you're moving around and you have to get from point A to point B and shit is crazy and hectic, you don't want to drop your water and then boom, it cracks and breaks and shit and your water's all over the place. But you want to the problem is when the water the bottle gets too hot and the microplastic leaches into the water, right? So, and it's like it mimics estrogen. So that could be a problem for men, right? And women. Let me see what y'all talking about. What up, Loco One? Indric Perez, Anarchy was good. Hobbit Kai. Gusto was good. It's the crack scene. A doctor was killed for exposing that it kills sperm cells. No surprise there, man. No surprise there. Yo, off topic. Minor Mouse running his mouth saying Bamboo tapped him. Let me tell you something. When did he say that? Bamboo is not fucking with Mighty Mouse, bro. This is not happening. He's not fucking with Mighty Mouse. And thus, Snoop Dogg is not fucking with Mighty Mouse. I'm gonna have to hit him up about that, because I might have to call him directly. I got his number. Yeah. You have 5 what, Loco One? I gotta pee. Andrew Perez says people are telling y'all don't get the dang crack scene. Y'all don't listen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't tell them that because YouTube will take me down. But y'all see, y'all know I'm not taking that shit, and I'm not taking the test. Screw that. I'm still not taking that test They at least want the population to be down to 10% by 2030. Of course they do. That's why they say in 25 years, maybe a little bit hyperbolic, but they're saying in 25 years, if we don't address the sperm count thing, then it could mean the end of the human race. But they're also saying that there's no way that we can, these chemicals that are causing this low sperm count. They're saying that there's no way to avoid it. That's a lie. See, these are things that they want. That's a lie. There are ways to avoid it. Y'all know how I feel about it. Get y'all some goddamn land. Live off the land as much as possible. Boom. All your cleaning products, you can make cleaning products from natural shit. You know what I'm saying? I use natural. I don't use them harsh chemicalized cleaning products. The surface cleaners, the multi-purpose surface cleaners. I don't use that Lysol and all that shit. I use method or something like that. That's what I use. You know what I'm saying? And they want you to think, if you don't use the harsh chemicals, if you don't use the alcohol and all these other things, then you're gonna have germs are gonna manifest on your countertops, and you're gonna have 18 million thousand colonies and all this other shit. But in reality, there's natural product like lemon juice and all these things. Vinegar kills mold. Vinegar can kill a lot of shit. White vinegar. There's a lot of things that you can use that are natural, and don't contaminate your body, that can clean shit. You just gotta you just gotta get you a homestead, get you some land. You know what I'm saying? Raise your animals and raise your crops. And not only that, when you deal with the earth, when you commune with the earth, when you're barefoot and you're playing and you're gardening and all these things are known to help detoxify you. You're playing in the earth, and you got free electrons flowing into the earth. You're grounding. These things are known to help to contribute to detoxing your body. Exercise, you know what I'm saying? Because it's spraying in the sky. So that's one thing. That's one thing you probably won't ever be able to avoid until the planes stop flying. Is the things in the trails. Okay, I can't say the C word before that because the algorithm pick it up and strike my shit. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Shooting blanks. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, send me the video, Gusto. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Bamboo ain't doing shit with mouse. Don't see what a lot. Like, Bamboo is not fucking with mouse, man. But I'm gonna let him know. He's still name dropping them like they cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's not happening. Not happening. Bookish says, "Is not the hokey pokey stop waffling been decreasing for decades?" That's true, Bookish. But the hokey pokey ain't helping. The hokey pokey can contribute to greater decrease in that in the counts. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, mouse is not. No. You mean Bambata, the Hobbit Kai? Bamboo don't know anything about Hassan Campbell. You got 5 kids, local one? Oh, that's what's up. I got 6. And I'm like, man, yo, I might have to start donating, man. Might have to start donating to contribute to society. Contribute my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of families out there, a lot of couples out there can't have kids, man. But I just don't, yeah. Bamboo's not fucking with Mighty Mouse, man. That's just bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. He was going to link him up with Snoop Dogg. That was going to happen, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. That ain't. And then you gotta think about the drinking water, the water in our shit, the water in our municipal shit. right? Anthropocene. What was that? Not Anthropocene. What's that stuff? Androcene. The stuff that they were giving the frogs and it was making them, a little fruity. There's a lot of things that they can do, and they test this shit all the time. They're in their labs finding out how they can make us weaker, make us more effeminate, make us this, make us that, make women, more masculine, and all these other things. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta piss like a racehorse. Just got through doing my bike ride, my Saturday morning ride. And I'm about to head up in this farmer's market for the week. And I'll probably holler at you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing a Ruckin' Live tomorrow, so. Yeah, I heard of Savage Studios Hobby Kai. I watched one of his videos. I don't know why he came up. I guess because of all this Mighty Mouse shit. A lot of, prison shit been coming up in my shit. So yeah, I've seen. So I watched one of the videos where he's talking about how he had to fight some guy at the pier in Huntington Beach. That's the only video I watched of him. Let's see. Andrew Perez is okay. All right, guys, I gotta go. Peace. I'll holler at y'all later. Much love. Like, share, subscribe. Let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Mighty Mouse is a fucking liar. Bamboo's not fucking with him. Peace.